No, that worked out well. All right, so I got a couple things going on so people know. I'm also live on my phone on Instagram since my restream doesn't seem to. It doesn't. I mean, it connects, but I can't see what anybody's saying. I don't know who's joining us. Things like that. So, um, if I'm looking up, it's because I'm looking up at my screen. But I'm here for you guys too. Um, Oh, they're telling. So I have not done this before with Instagram, so I'm giving it a try. Why not, right? See if we can hit more people. Um, it's not like I have too much stuff on my screen in order to throw them off. But if you are here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Give you an idea of what I do. I am I am the owner and founder of Trudging Together, and we do podcasting, education. I do a daily reflections every day. A lot of times I take Sunday off. Well, I threaten that I take Sunday off, but I'm here anyway. Uh, and we just talk about recovery. We talk about life. Today we're going to be talking about why it's important who we hang out with, why that matters. Um, See, the thing is when it comes to our brains, we're already wired a little differently. As addicts and alcoholics. That would include people with gambling problems, eating problems. Um, I mean, it kind of goes on, does it not? Right down to my smoking. These are triggers from our brains that are telling us what things are good, what things are bad, what it is that we're going to do and or enjoy. All right. So why does this matter to us? All right. So when your neuron sees somebody do something, like if you see me grab this or you see me grab this book and you grab this book also, the same neurons are going to light up. So that means that your brain isn't really knowing the difference between somebody else doing it and you doing it. Does that make sense? Right? So your neurons are telling you certain things, okay? And they're wired a certain way. So if we hang out with people that are working the program, okay, that's why you find yourself attracted to certain people because they're on your neuron wavelength, man. Okay? Man, I just met you. I feel like I've known you forever. That's what's going on. We're taking our combined experience as humans. The brain is so, man, it's a fucked up thing and it's a great thing in my world. Um, who we got? Sober is beautiful. Good to have you um, on Instagram. Welcome. They showed me some love over there. This is why it's also important that as people in recovery, why we are examples and why it's important to be an example to your kids. Okay, I can't tell my kids to quit smoking. Why? Because I smoke. It ain't gonna work. They're just gonna call me a hypocrite, man. Can you blame them? I can say that's gonna be really bad. Don't do what Dad did. And actually, that's what I did. Most of my kids quit smoking. Good on them, man. Good on them. I love it because my kids are actually. I think they're emotionally. At least my son. I think he's more emotionally along than I am, which I think is cool. Um, Yeah, kind of what get so we get comments Instagram. I'm sorry, we get comments over here. I'm gonna read some of them out loud here. As our iron sharpens iron, one friend sharpens another. One of my favorite verses. So, so this can also go the opposite way. Right? I've always got to give my warnings, right? So if you're hanging around some people and they just want to talk about war stories, you can get caught up in that. That's why it's so easy to get caught up in. Okay. See, our neurons tell us when to laugh, when to do things. That's why when you're watching your favorite shows, they run a laugh track at the times that you know you're supposed to laugh. Okay. They're helping your neurons along. Music does this. Sometimes band members will leave music parts out because your brain fills in the rest. Right? So why is all this important? Because this is all working towards your recovery. And if our intention is on recovery, then we will find people in recovery to hang out with, the right people. This is the way that there used to be a saying in AA, it kind of went away. Hang out with the winners, not the wieners. So let's get to today's daily reflection. I'm going to read out of a day at a time. It doesn't match much. Usually my stuff does match, but I can't always control it. But I saw this on, I actually saw somebody talking about all of this, but it was for something else, and it just tied so well into this. It tied so well. That's why you react to certain ways, because your parents did. They were showing you how to act when you were a kid. I talk about this for an hour, but what we be getting into isn't necessarily recovery. So, not really appropriate. Reflection for the day, July 29th. The feeling of self-pity, which we've all suffered at one time or another, is the ugliest emotion we can experience. It is. I had a little bit of self-pity yesterday. It doesn't come in the forms that it used to with me. I'll get some self-pity, but not the overwhelming, you're a piece of freaking shit. You guys know what I'm talking about. You're my people. You know this stuff. We don't even relish at the thought of admitting to others that we're washed away in self-pity. Yeah, sometimes we get to a point, I don't know about you guys, I just didn't want to talk to anybody. But I'll tell you why. I had a fear that they would get me out of that self-pity. Maybe what I was talking about does go with this. All right? Because then, if you're in self-pity, you can utilize other people and what they are doing and mimic what they're doing. Look what they're doing over there. That's why we like to watch our videos on neat things. It's why, I do it during my podcast. You guys will hear me overreact in the podcast. Oh my God, that happened. Wow. Because if they don't hear that reaction, it doesn't spark what they need to say the next thing. And that's the difference between my podcast and most of the others, is recognizing that empathy in there that you need to kind of have. All right, that has nothing to do with self-pity. We don't even relish we hate being told that it shows. We quickly argue that we're feeling another emotion instead. We go as far as to cleverly hide ourselves the fact that we're going through a siege of poor meism. By the same token, in a split second, we can easily find several dozen valid reasons for feeling sorry for ourselves. Do I sometimes enjoy rubbing salt into my own wounds? I used to, yes. That used to be comfortable for me. Because why? Because it was what I knew. Until I learned something else. Now, no, I'm not allowed to beat up on God's children, and I am included in that. Right? I do not beat up on God's children, and I am included in that. May I recognize the emotions I am feeling for what they are? Yeah. I'm going to tell you, you know what? Do you have some self-pity going on? That's okay. It's all right. I had some going on yesterday. We all go through it, guys. It's what are you going to do about it? Not that you're in it. May I recognize my feelings for that. If I'm unable to point them out to myself, may I count on others who know what it's like to be a feeling stuffer. May I stay in touch with my feelings by staying in touch with my higher power and with others in the group. Remember, stay in touch. All right, guys, it's going to be it for today. I know it's a little bit shorter. These are usually about 15 minutes. I'm going to try this again tomorrow, so I will be back again tomorrow live on both these spots, but I got 15 minutes to get to therapy. So, peace out. I love you guys.